Under the circumstances, you've got guys that are on one leg and shoulders, and you still come into a hostile environment like that and pull it off. I mean, what are your immediate thoughts about that, and how do you rank that? How do you describe that performance, particularly in the second half?
And these guys are so tough. They care about all the right things. They care about each other, and they're battle tested because this season has been tough, and we've seen everything and been through everything. Once I walked into the locker room at halftime, I knew we were winning the game because there was no sign of anything but determination and being focused on the task. It was fantastic. Really proud.
They had that 13-point lead. They were rolling a little bit offensively. You call a timeout straight back. It was, I think, a 10-2 or might have been a 12-2 run. What turned it around at that point for you?
I mean, for us, I never push any kind of secret buttons. We have the package of the things that we do. It's usually more about execution than about anything else. Yeah. We shot 2 for 10 at some point, I think in the first half from 3. Yeah. And a lot of the looks that I like. We missed, I think, 5 layups in the first half, looks that I like. So there wasn't really much to change, just kind of keep us on the same course, maybe up the intensity. Real difference on the boards in the second half, and real difference in the amount of ball pressure, which really changed the game.
You forced, I think it was 19 turnovers, and 15 points off those turnovers. I mean, how critical was that, do you think, in the outcome?
Very. It obviously balances out the possession game with the offensive glass, but more than this, it sets the tone for who we are and how we play and how it feels to play against us. And very, very proud of the guys for stepping this up.
I know the stakes are different and there's a few different guys, but I mean, you were part of it last year. Is there a little bit of, tiny bit of redemption for what happened last year, coming in and basically ending the season of the two-time defending champs?
Not even a little bit. If there's anything, there is a great amount of respect for this organization, and B, there's a lesson learned because we came here in the playoffs last year and won game 1, and then we didn't play well in game 2. So if I take anything, it's the lesson for how we come in and perform in the next game.
Actually, that's something you've talked about consistently, is every game is a learning experience for you guys. I mean, how much did you take from the season and from that coming into this ball game and coming away with it?
Hopefully everything. We try and squeeze out every learning opportunity that we can, and I'm blessed to have partners like these players who really care about the game, want to be better, want the team to be better, want to be better as individuals. So we've been on this journey together and very committed to the process, and we deserve to keep fighting for it.
And I know you don't like talking about individuals, but I have to ask you about PJC and his performance today. I mean, he was. They roughed him up, physical with him, and yet he just kept coming at them all night long.
Yeah, he's tough.
Yeah.
Mody, you talk about toughness. Will McDowell-White, obviously a pretty serious injury not that long ago. How close did he come to not playing today, or was it always the case that he always wanted to be out there for this?
I mean, we didn't really have a doubt that he would play. What capacity and how good, I don't know, but he was awesome for us today. Awesome. Carved up the zone completely. So, yeah. I got guys that I can trust. It's fun.
Speaking of guys you can trust, the bloke next to you looked like he wanted to come off a little bit towards the end, but then he goes back on late again. And then, can you talk about his toughness? I
mean, I didn't want to play him in the second half, and he wouldn't even listen to me. When I asked him if he can play, he pushed me off and walked away. He said, "Don't talk to me now." And this is the kind of guy that we have. This is the kind of person he is. This is the kind of competitor he is. And for a guy with his athletic ability to still have a winning impact on a game when he can barely run and jump shows so much of the other qualities he has, the toughness, the IQ, the competitiveness, the passing, all of the other stuff that he brings to the table. And, yeah, not a bad game from the kid.
Hey, appreciate it.
Sorry, go, Jess.
How are you feeling, Charlie?
Right now I still got a little bit of adrenaline, so can't really gauge it too well. But obviously it was a painful thing. Haven't really rolled an ankle probably since high school, so feeling pretty sore right now, but I'm confident I'll be all right.
We'll see you on Monday night then?
For sure, no question.
Can you speak to the toughness of the playing group? And you guys have gone through a lot of adversity. I mean, it seems to be, New Zealand has gone through a lot of adversity for the last 4 or 5 years, really, but this group in particular, how you managed to sort of stick together and overcome all of that?
Yeah, I mean, I think the season prepared us for this. You know, we've had guys go in and out. We've just been through pretty much everything you can imagine in a season. So, I mean, me and Mody, I'm sure he feels the same way. We have utmost confidence back against the wall. These guys are all fighters. I mean, everyone in here is, tough, competitive. And if you're going to send us home, it's not going to be easy. So we're going to keep that mentality going into the next one.
He's always been a very straight shooter, very honest, obviously. But, I mean, how much confidence has he brought to this group, just individually as a head coach?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's I don't even know the words to say, man. He just instills so much confidence in us. I mean, you look to the sideline, man, and or we come in timeouts and, you know, things might be going not well on the court, and then he gives us that grounded feeling of just, you know, we got this, fellas. We're prepared for this. I mean, before games, the talks that he gives us practicing every day, just, I mean, those relationships are just developed on a day-to-day basis. So when it comes to heat of battle, man, we're just ready for it.
Zylan, obviously no shortage of motivation in a game like this, but if you lose, it's Tom Abercrombie's last game. He's obviously such a club legend. Does that stuff come up at all at training, or is it kind of an unspoken thing?
It's I think it's an unspoken thing. I mean, obviously we know the cards that were dealt. We all love Tommy. We all want to win this championship for him. So, but I mean, it's just a matter of executing, playing our best ball, putting our best foot forward, and living with the results. And I think he feels the same way.
Chris Pike, you're up.
Zylan, when obviously your ankle looked like it was horrible, and I reckon a player with less heart wouldn't have been able to get back out on the court. But when you see somebody like Will play through what he's playing through, does that just make you want to give everything for this team and not let anything stop you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's been that all season. I mean, seeing the stuff we've been through, seeing the injuries we've had, man, there was just nothing that was going to let me not play that game. I mean, and aside of Will, I mean, even having Anthony Lamb on my mind.
100%.
I mean, he obviously would love to be here. I mean, we talked to him before the game, and just, you know, finding that inner energy to dig deep and finish, and just wanting to be out there for my guys and for this organization. I mean, having that feeling of all the fans at Spark Arena and just all that type of stuff plays into these decisions. And you're just trying to find somewhere to dig deep and finish it out.
Mody's talked throughout the season about how the character of this playing group and the chemistry you've got has grown throughout the season. It wasn't necessarily great at the start of the season, but right now, I mean, I've been around this league for almost 20 years, and I don't know if I've seen a team play with more heart than you guys. Zylan, can you talk about, from a playing group, how you've been able to build what you've built?
Well, credit to the head of the snake, Mody, and like I said, instilling that since training camp. I mean, we've had so many different lineups and so many different situations. I mean, over time, man, you just develop that toughness. You develop that tough layer of skin. And, I mean, this group is just so resilient. We all believe in each other, like I said, starting with the head of the snake. But it trickles down to our physios, to, I mean, everyone. We all believe that we're capable of achieving a lot, and, I mean, we just try to keep that going.
Mody, just with Will, you spoke a couple of weeks ago how earlier in the season he showed incredible toughness to play through what he was playing through. I imagine it went to another level tonight, what he played through. What does it mean for you as a coach to have a player that's so willing to give everything for this team?
I mean, it's really all of them. I mean, I'd be to single out Will, but it won't be fair because Z did it today, and Lambo did it a month ago, and Parker did it before, and Mantas did it before that, and Finn multiple times, and I'm probably forgetting somebody, and I'll feel bad about it. So these, like everything, good and bad, it's contagious when it goes through a team. And when people start sacrificing for the betterment of their teammates, then the player or person next to him is more comfortable doing it. And all I can say is thank you to all of them.
Just on Mantas, I mean, he had a tough night, and it looked like they did target him physically a little bit. You don't have to comment on that if you don't want to, but it was tough the way his night ended, but he's shown such great character all season. He'll bounce back, no doubt, on Monday night. What do you say to him?
And he doesn't need to bounce back. If I'm an NBA team, he just jumped 20 points on my draft board. This kid walked into the most hostile environment in a knockout game and played the most physical way a kid can play. I couldn't be prouder of him. He set the tone, and it's an incredible thing to say about a next star. So, man, Anybody pay attention? Should draft him high and then stash him. But draft him high.
Thanks very much, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mark, you're up.
Yeah, Mody, Mark Aaron.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
Congratulations, mate. Very good, thank you. Good to watch. Hey, can you just tell me, you're a guy that rides the emotions. What are you most proud of tonight? Is there anything that just springs straight to your mind?
I'm really proud of the fact that when things were the most important, we did things exactly the way we want to do them. We were very true to our identity on both sides of the court, and that's the foundation that carries you through tough environments and tough games and playoffs, and that's a huge thing for us.
Thank you. And at the end there, we saw Parker showing a fair bit of emotion. I think he had a few words to say to some of the guys on the commentary team.
Derek
How much
Rocker.
how much better are you when Parker's riding the emotion as a team?
I mean, Parker's Parker, man. He doesn't really change. He's the same all the time. But I am grateful for Derek and the way he ranked the players. I think Parker had something to prove. And, I mean, I don't think he played so good. So I think we need to poke the bear again and see what we can get the next one.
He played horrible.
Horrible, Pete.
Only 34 points. Hey, Mody, just before you go, you play Illawarra now, Monday, I believe, at their place. What will you do between now and then?
We're going to Bondi Beach tomorrow. We're going to chill for like 2 days. No practice. And rock up to the game.
So stay in Australia.
No comment. Yeah, we're staying in Australia. No point in traveling back and forth in this schedule. It'll be insane. They go back and forth. So we're staying here. Game plan in place, practice in place, and we're looking forward to another challenge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else on the Zoom? You guys are good, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.